Okay, let me know when we're good.
Take your time.
Okay. First, will you just tell me your first and last name?
This is Lois Gibson.
Okay, very nice. The icon, if you will. What should I use for your title here, for your story?
I'm a forensic artist, that's all.
Very nice.
And mostly I do witness memory. I'm going to talk to somebody and get them to remember the person that represents the worst thing in their life. And that's mostly what I do. I also do facial reconstructions. If somebody's murdered and we don't find them till they're down to the bone, you can't solve it. The detective can't solve it unless they know who's dead. So they give the skull to me and I reconstruct, and I do those readily.
Wow. Okay, so tell me, what first went through your mind? Because you retired in 2021, right?
Yes.
Okay, and this case brought you out of retirement. Talk to me about that.
When I saw the kidnapping, because I've gotten 8 people back that were kidnapped, I knew the pain that the loved ones were going through. And it's the most horrific, insane torture if you have a kidnapping. Now, if somebody's murdered, it's terrible, but it's more peaceful because you have a funeral. Yeah, and it's finished and it's done and you know what's happening. If somebody's kidnapped and you love them, the torture, every minute seems like a half hour because you say, where are they? Are they being killed? Can I stop it? What's happening? And it's torture. And so I knew that. And I held off. Immediately when I saw these, I wanted to try. And I said, stop it, stop it, stop it. Don't. And then they found somebody, but it wasn't him and it was released. And then I waited another day and I said, you can't do that. And I got busy with another case, a serial killing. I had to go south to Lamarck. But then I came back and it was too late to do it. And I got up the next day and they still hadn't caught him. And I came in here. And if you have emotion, I want to help the Guthrie family because I have a feeling how they feel. It's the worst thing in the world. I wanted to find him. And this is too much guessing. But I just did it because I'm brave with my art. And I just went, okay. And I couldn't stop myself. And I went in here and I threw it on there. And I have pieces of it. There's the top of the mustache and the bottom tuft. And I just assume that he goes ahead and does this instead of just one of these, which some people do. And then he's not a Hitler. He doesn't shave it like Hitler. No, that mustache, and you can see it goes a little further. So I drew it all the way out. Like this is normal. I'm trying to think, what do most guys do? And then I could see the eyes. Oh, yeah. I could see the eyelids. Yes. And they're brown eyes. Okay, that's the flash of light. And then that's the shadow of the eye openings of the ski mask. That right there. He doesn't have Betty Boop, completely tweezed pencil. No. So right here you can actually see a tuft of eyebrow. So, of course, what am I going to do? That color for the eyebrows. I just put a standard eyebrow on him. The eyes that I could see the shape. And mathematical probability is their brown eyes. But I even cheated and kind of put a thing over here, so maybe it's hazel. So I touched 3 bases, and I didn't make them blue. I got the bottom lip and I got the top lip, a part of the top. And then if you look at this, you can see just the top of the vermilion border. A little shape. Not a real big shape. Not African-American, I don't think. I think white, Latino, Lebanese, Middle Eastern, dark Irish, could be anything, anything. And then I watched the video over and over of the guy. Okay, I got his body. I'm sensing 30s, maybe early 40s, but I think 30s. And then he's full, not a thin, scrawny. No, there's a full body, kind of in shape, and he was pretty spunky. And I just got a confidence. So I put full hair. I didn't picture him. Again, I can be wrong, people, but I didn't picture him shaved head. No, I just didn't picture that, so that's it. And when I do the skulls, a recreation of a face on a skull, I pray, and I get a vision of the hairstyle, like how much hair? Like this much, or whatever. There's no hair on the skull. And I did that with this. And I always get the hair on the skulls right. But again, I've gotten hugely criticized by people in my field, of course, and I knew they would. okay, I'll take the hit because I went into battle and I did that. And if it solves it, oh my gosh, just I wanted to help the pain, the emotional pain of the Guthrie family. I don't know how many people out there have been with people where their loved ones been kidnapped, but I have, and it's horrible, it's unbearable, and I wanted to stop the pain. And by golly, if somebody wants to criticize me, if it's completely off, if he has tattoos everywhere, or I did the facial hair wrong, or he shaved, okay, I did it wrong, okay, but I tried.
You tried. Yeah, you tried, and you're working to help a family. And so would that be your message to others with a similar gift and artistic ability to yours, is if you think I'm wrong, you try and help?
I put that, when I posted this, I said, if you have criticism, and some people did, they said, this, do your version. And then somebody goes, well, they have too many leads. It's so hard. And I agree. I understand. I've worked with the detectives, and they have to do hours. And if there's 2,000 leads, they have to do hours. I'm sorry. I talked to the investigators and said that criticism. And the real good investigators said, that's what we want, leads. We'll go through it, and we'll help. So I know some federal bureaucrat some way where disdains me, and he's conservative and he thinks I'm crazy. Okay. But I'm in the battle, and I'm trying to fight it.
Yeah. And you've seen what it can do for a family when your artwork and your sketches help solve a case and bring, like you were talking about that one case, brought a baby home. And for the Guthrie family, this can bring their mom home. If this is correct, how does that make you feel?
When I help bring back that 10-hour-old baby to the mom, if that's the only case I ever did in my life, it would be fulfilled. I could just quit and just make sourdough bread or something. That one case, the feeling I got of fulfillment, I can't describe it. So yeah, I want to feel fulfilled, but I want to ease that pain. And so I'm putting myself out there for the ridicule and the disdain, but I'm 76. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. And you really, I mean, you have to wonder, do you think that this sketch has gotten into the right hands yet? What steps do we need to take to make sure it does?
I think it went out because I didn't ask anybody's permission, because I didn't want to hear no. I just did it. I couldn't help myself, people. Do you see how I couldn't help myself, so I did it. It's all over. It is all over. I've gotten like 200,000 hits on my Facebook, and I don't know how to do it, but I think I put it on X. I'm real tech unsavvy. And Instagram, I figured that out. It was hard, but I guess I'm waiting to find out. It just took less than an hour. So God bless the effort of the detectives. And somebody out there, oh please turn this guy in if you know. Oh, please.
Yeah. So this took you 1 hour?
Less
than an hour.
Yeah, I'm fast. I did portraits on the Riverwalk of tourists, and it was hot, and and some of them were drinking. No, I'm fast. I've worked from HPD Witness Memory. I've worked 5,089 cases over 43 years. So, and also I broke this arm so I can do it with my left hand. But no, me drawing a face is like a fish swimming in water. I don't feel right unless I'm drawing. Look at all the portraits, and then the emotion makes you draw faster. One time I had a kidnapping, a 14-month-old baby kidnapped from this couple. And the only way you could get the girl to do the sketch, she goes, no, her and her husband, they took in a homeless girl, and they woke up and she had taken their 14-month-old baby, Liliana Reyes. And they were so upset. And I said, we're going to do a sketch. And she goes, no, she was destroyed. No. And the only way I could get her to do it was I got her to cry uncontrollably. And I screamed and cried with her. And that's when I noticed if you're crying convulsively, you draw faster. It's like oil in the engine. So I was not that upset for this, but I was pretty upset. And I just went in and just did it. And my hopes are high. They're really high.
Is there any parts of this? I know you said that there's parts that you think may be wrong. Is there any parts of this that you look at and you think, I nailed this part?
I got the eye shape. I got at least the bottom of the eyebrows. I got this mustache, and if I had to bet my house and car, yeah, he had the mustache. He didn't do like a Hitler shave job. He went on. I don't know if his mustache connects to his beard. He may have a pitiful beard. He might have like Stevie Ray Vaughan, just that tuft. Could be wrong. Everything around here could be wrong.
Yeah. But those eyes, we got.
The eyes, the philtrum. The philtrum is so important that a baby can have the same length of philtrum as a man that's 7 foot tall. Okay, it doesn't vary. And that's a big proportional thing. So I have that philtrum, by golly, that's the bottom of the nose because it's sticking out, and there. So I have the philtrum ratio to where the eyes are, and I know the nose end's there. Oh, I don't know. I might have him too wide here, but he had that body that was sort of wide, and chest was kind of thick, even though he's got a coat. I know I compensated for the coat. I don't know. I'm exhausted from thinking about it. I just want it to end.
Yeah, I think we all do. I think most of America is ready for it to end.
Don't you know what? Yeah. You want to know my dark life? Look at my life. Welcome to my world. It may never get solved. You want to look into that dark abyss? No, I want it to get solved. Please. It may not get solved. But at least I know I tried. Okay, I did. Okay, my pitiful, imperfect sketch. I tried.
Yeah. Okay, I think that does it for our interview, unless there's anything you want to add.
Mekenna might ask this better, but you not batting 1,000, but you have a really high. Your numbers are in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you could rest on your laurels. I mean, how percentage-wise are you about this?
On this specific case, boy, it's a new world. I don't know. But 100% of the time, when I've sketched a guy, we don't catch everybody. No department does. When they catch him, it at least looks similar. Having said that, I've done some that are really off, and it still prompted a call. So I don't care. It's perfect. I like, because it solved the case. But it's not very close. So yeah, and I've helped solve over 1,313 cases, and I'm in the Guinness Book of Records for identifying the most people of any forensic artist in the world. But this, boy, it's imperfection. But it takes bravery to go ahead and try. Like I said, I'm 76. I don't care. I tried. It felt better. It felt like such a catharsis when I finished. And I said, okay, that's it. I tried.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people thankful you did, and hopefully we hear something soon. How long's it been since you put your sketch out? 24 hours?
I don't know. Maybe 3 days. I lost track of time.
Yeah.
And maybe. Somebody knows that guy. That guy. Somebody knows him. So it either is or isn't.
Hey, baby boy, you're a Sag. What if it never gets solved? I'm dark, right?
Yeah.
I've been around. I don't like this case. Not an 84-year-old woman. No, I've never heard. This case is so bad. I hate it so bad. It's not right. Not an 84-year-old. No. And they should have asked for money right away. No. Something so wrong. I feel so bad about this case. But still, all I think about is victims. That's what I do it. I do it for the victims.
Yeah.